I'd like to begin with a fact.
What is it?
Mukbang?
It's like eating online.
It's like
just like
egregious eating on video.
And it's usually a tiny Asian women doing it. They just eat.
Wow.
It's crazy.
If anything you can think of can be a kink, dude.
Yeah.
Anything.
Oh, this is like a kink thing?
I mean,
it can be, I guess, but it's just like a genre.
It's called mukbang?
Sorry.
Mukbang. MUKBANG.
It's the newest thing, dude.
It's been around
for a while.
It's been around for a while.
Trisha Paytas used to do it on her.
It's a new hot thing for you, bro.
Interesting.
You like eating?
Of course.
That's your thing, man.
I mean, people used to watch that fucking the dude who did like all the McDonald's stuff.
Oh, he would make like the burger lasagnas.
Yeah.
He'd go to all the fast food restaurants and layer burgers.
Oh my god, what was that channel called? I used to have like the fucking merch and shit.
What is it called?
Hold on.
YouTube channel?
It was an early days YouTube, and then it kind of
Yeah.
blew up and would like make all these like crazy fucking like fast food dishes.
Crap.
Like lasagnas out of just burgers from different restaurants.
Yeah, it was the most egregious.
Oh, it made you
thing
feel
could
sick, but you had
fucking-
to watch
meal
it.
time.
Epic meal time. Yeah.
You know what that is?
I've never. Well, I think I've heard of it, but I never
You
watched
should.
it.
We got show
Where's your
Brian.
laptop at, DJ?
Over there.
Oh, we need that. Kayla, I was gonna say, do you want to turn on your 360 camera?
It's been recorded.
Oh, okay. All right, dope. Cool. Well, excellent. Well, in that case, then
Welcome.
Folks,
Hey-o.
episode 129, Millennialistic.
Ow, ow.
We've got our good friend Caitlyn McLaughlin in the house.
It's
folks.
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, no relation.
No.
Get it right.
He's about to ask you about her and everything.
No.
I was. Okay, well, actually, it's funny you bring that up
Different
because
spelling.
so I had a landlord in college, and his last name was McLaughlin.
Yeah. There's two different ways people say it, but our family always went with the GLOCK version, McLaughlin.
Pronounce it out.
Hell yeah!
Stay strapped, dog.
Hell yeah!
You can't forget that.
That should be your Instagram handle, but anyway,
Dude,
that's
well,
When you search her app, and
I
that'll
do
be
shoot
it.
people for a living, so
dude, yeah.
I've seen her do it.
Broad daylight, son.
Actually, I helped you once or
daylight.
twice.
Yeah, just a few
Broadway,
times.
in the
Yeah.
middle of Broadway.
Don't tell nobody.
Like the dudes on the pedestrian mall this past weekend. Welcome to Nashville, folks. But no, Caitlyn, we appreciate you coming on.
thanks for having me.
We say this about a lot of our dear friends. It's probably long overdue, so we apologize on that. But we appreciate you coming on and making it happen.
Oh, heck yeah.
A lot of our listeners know you, love you, have seen you, hung out with you, and adore you.
I get around.
Those people that don't know you, why don't you just start out by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, cool. So my name is Caitlyn. I
McLaughlin.
am McLaughlin. Get it right. I'm a photographer in the greater Nashville area. My degree is originally in graphic design, so I also do a lot of graphic artwork. And then I did makeup for a really long time too. And I still do occasionally, but more for my own photo shoots. I don't want to do that all the time. It's draining and hard on my back. So.
Yeah. Your TikTok videos, we were doing a deep dive here for the episode.
Which ones? I don't post to my makeup one as often.
Yeah,
that one's
the
definitely a
makeup
bigger
ones,
account because I started that in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I had nothing else to do but
That's
get
what-
drunk and film TikToks.
That's how we started this
That's
podcast.
how that started. Exact same way.
I was like, yeah, I got to delete a lot of these off of here because I was like, those are a little
You're like,
cringy.
try
I
again.
kept some of them.
You
but-
gotta
You gotta have progress.
You gotta have a little bit of cringe though. You have to have the ability to be like, what I might make might not look or sound good, but you have to keep at it to get to that point.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could just tell I was really drunk. So it was a cute look. It was a cute look.
The lines are just all off.
But yeah, it was bad. But
The Joker all of a sudden.
I was
We
like,
couldn't tell. It was probably only
Oh,
you that
thanks.
could tell anyway.
Yeah, no thanks. But yeah, I use the makeup. I went over to using the photo account more often because social media is kind of draining, so doing it a lot.
Dude, it is.
And I also run the wineries, TikToks, and social media too, so I gotta do
I've seen a lot of those too, you and Ariel. And,
I make all of them be my little puppets for videos sometimes. I'm like, hey, I got an idea. But I have to film it, so you have to be the models.
That's a good way to do it. Unless you want to do like a Quentin Tarantino thing. But,
no, I ain't trying to do that. We did do a Wes Anderson like spoof one time. That was fun. It was very cutesy.
Everything has to be perfectly symmetrical and everything's centered, like all his movies.
Getting his
scenes.
color grading was really hard. Like trying to like match that like very bright but like also soft vibrancy that he has is very.
It's like all pastel.
It's pastel, but like really soft, so like very vintagey, but not like full on vintage. It's kind of very cinematic too. So.
He's super. He's like the hipster of filmmaking.
Give me some movies Wes Anderson's done. I feel like
The Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I thought you were going to say The Fantastic
The
Four.
Phoenician Scheme is the newest one, right?
I'd have to look him up.
That's the one with Benicio del Toro, which came out as an assassin. The Royal Tenenbaum.
They're like
there's
very,
something
like,
by him you do know.
Yeah, I know of him, but I feel like I don't watch his movies because they're too deep for my little brain. Like every time I see the one? Asteroid City.
Rushmore, Bottle Rocket, The Life Aquatic.
Bill Murray's in like every single one of them.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Did you see that one?
I might have seen
that one's pretty good.
Hotel.
Moonrise Kingdom. Yeah.
But the kids? No? Alright.
Alright, homework assignment. Watch a Wes Anderson
film.
But
there's like, that one at the top is like the most
you'll
like
love
Wes Anderson aesthetic.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. You'll probably love that one.
This animated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like stop motion like
Send that one to me.
George Clooney plays a fox. It's pretty badass actually.
It's really good.
Send that one to me.
Yeah.
I'm a big animation guy.
I do love animation and anime.
You said you got your degree in graphic design?
Yeah.
Where'd you get your degree at?
TSU.
TSU.
Tennessee State.
Right on. Yeah, Roar City. Yeah.
I was at MTSU and then I took a year off and tried to figure out what I really wanted to do because I was originally an accounting major.
Damn. In it for the money. You're like, I'll make some money.
Dude,
and then
that's
you're
what
like,
my parents were like, yo, you can make money. You got to pick something that you make money with.
Yeah.
And originally it was law.
Not wrong.
And
not
then,
a wrong idea.
And then I went to dental. That lasted for like a semester. And then I ended up in accounting. I was good at it, but I fucking hated my life. I knew I didn't want to do it when we had a professor who, our guest speaker of the day, was like a lady who did corporate auditing accounting, and she spent like an hour talking about it, and I've never seen somebody so excited to talk about corporate accounting auditing in my life. And I was like, this can't be my life for the rest. I can't do this for the rest of my life. Like, I can't, absolutely not. And so I immediately went and was like, all right, I'm gonna take a year off. And then I went back to school at TSU and finished my last year.
Nice.
And just swapped to doing graphics. And
I've been there.
yeah.
TSU?
No, just you're like on a pathway of a career, and then you're like, I can make good money, but my brain can't take it. My soul can't.
Yeah, my
It's
soul
actually
can't.
hilarious to say that because my cousin just graduated their master's in accounting.
There's some people who love it.
Just took a job as a corporate auditor. So shout out to you. But
I mean, it's cool. You love it if you love it.
No,
love
there's
her to
some
death.
people like
she's gonna be great at it.
We have a mutual friend. I'll be shooting her wedding at Halloween this year, and she's an accountant. And like we were talking about it, she's like, I just love math, and I was like,
hey,
I love you for loving math.
Yeah, hey,
someone's gotta do it.
You need those people.
Yeah, I was like,
But
you need a little
me.
bit of everybody in everybody's life. I needed a good doctor, nurse.
Good accountant, good CPA.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you got to know those people for sure. That's awesome. I'm actually I love going to TSU. That's where Keisha went to grad school at. But I do a bunch of like work stuff there too.
TSU is great. I love that school.
I was saying recruiting. It's like my favorite college campus to go recruit at.
Dude, it's the most fun college campus.
100%.
There's always something going on in
yeah,
the
that's
fucking...
what I was saying. It's like Greek week or like homecoming or initiate. Like it's all like it just every weekend. It just seems like
even
they just
my
kind of made up a thing.
professors. Like I loved every single one of my professors at this school, even the ones that were really tough on us. But like they just really gave a shit, and you could tell, which made a huge difference coming from MTSU, which was so like massive that like our class sizes were huge. I had like 6 kids in one of my classes at TSU at one point because the art department was a little smaller. So
that's dope. Well, shout out Roar City.
Better teacher-student ratio, so you can actually learn better. So that's a benefit.
Hell yeah.
Are you from Nashville?
No.
Originally?
I moved here from the Tampa area, but Spring Hill, Florida, but it's
Florida.
like right outside of Tampa, about 45 minutes. So born and raised there, moved halfway through senior year up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that transition?
Dude, not fun. Me and my parents got in a fist fight about it.
Everyone loves moving states their senior year of high school.
Dude,
Man.
it was awful. I put up
Especially
the biggest fucking fight, and I was like, "You guys suck." I also lost a lot of my my associates credits because I was like dual enrollment in Florida.
Oh, you had to do more.
A lot of those didn't transfer over, which was shitty. So I
all
only
your
got
accounting degree credits. Fuck.
I had to redo my associate's degree. That was shit. I was like, God damn it. And then they were like, as soon as I turned 18, they were like, all right, it's time for you to move out. I was like, oh, thanks. Moved me here for 6 months and then kicked me out in a new city. Love this. Great. But I'm so glad that it happened because a lot of, I wouldn't have met all my friends that I have, but it was definitely at the time a shit show. I made it their problem.
I don't know what I would have done if I had to move my senior year. I'd have been.
It was.
I moved in middle school. And
it was a blessing in disguise, but I for sure was not happy about it at the time.
I said, especially we actually moved houses my senior year, but I went to the same school, and even that was like, man, I'm 30 minutes away from all my friends.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I moved my freshman year because we lived like an eighth of a mile into the city's school district and they wouldn't release me, so my mom flexed on them and just built a house across the street from the school she wanted me in.
Wait, they wouldn't release you from the inner city schools? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, DJ. Elementary warlord. I fucks with that.
So yeah, my mom was just like, cool, we're gonna sell this property, buy a lot across the street from the school, and I'll just build a house there so you can go to that school.
Mom flexing on
Mom.
And it was weird because it was my freshman year, so I grew up with all my friends in town and then moved 45 minutes away and went to a totally different school, so I had to start all over.
Is that in
as a
Arkansas or
freshman.
Texas?
That just sucks.
Yeah.
And
luckily, I
Texas,
went to that homecoming the freshman year that I was coming, or the year before I was coming. So I met some of the baseball players and shit before I got to the school.
So kind of familiar.
So I kind of had some contacts in the school.
Did you do any sports or anything, Caitlyn? Did that?
I did play soccer.
Okay.
I played soccer at MTSU for a bit too, the club system. But it got really cliquey, and I fucking hated it because all the girls there had played growing up competitively, so they all knew each other, and then me and 2 other girls came in, and it was just they were we fucking hate these girls. Just cause shit. We went on we played the Clemson's big competition. It was all the different schools came together, and it was us and the boys team at the same time, so we were staying at hotel here. And so we had gone to, half of us had gone over to the guys' hotel and was just hanging out drinking, and the captain got fucking shit-faced drunk. So she's throwing up in the bathroom. I'm holding her hair back, and she called her friend who was a super fucking bitch, and she comes over, pushes me out of the stall, and is get the fuck out of here. And I was okay, sorry, I was just trying to help her, And so she's I need water. So I just grabbed a cup, filled it from the sink. I go to give it to her, and she smacks it out of my hand. She's you're not giving her that fucking tap water. And I was she's I just want water. And I was exactly, that's what I'm just trying to get her water. She doesn't care if it's tap water right now. I was so then I immediately was nope, I'm done with this. I quit this.
Trifling.
But soccer was fun. I loved it, but it was a lot. Just playing any kind of team sports with women can be a lot sometimes.
Playing team sports with men can be a lot, but then we just fight about it for a second,
and then get your aggression out, and then
by the end of that practice,
you just get mad. You take your helmet off, and you hit the other kid in the head with your helmet.
Smack them. Yeah, my brothers played a lot of sports
too. You just throw a baseball at their head.
Yeah.
Did that help your transition to Tennessee at all? Did you play your senior year?
No, because I didn't play when I transferred, because it was 6 months into senior year, so I didn't end up playing, and I didn't play my junior year at the other school that I was at either, because my parents grounded me from playing soccer for stupid shit. Lord knows.
Whack.
Dude, I was the best behaved kid. I got grounded one time because they were like, you're at home way too much. You need to fucking leave the house. We're grounding you where you have to go out with your friends once a week.
Reverse
and
grounding?
I was like, yeah, reverse grounding. But then I would get grounded for like the most dumb shit. And then like it would be like the most crazy punishments. Like one time I had to paint our entire house while everybody else got to go on spring break. My brothers,
oh my god,
my brothers hit a fucking golf ball through the window, and so my parents made that. Basically, we were just paid like free labor. Yeah. So like we
Which
had
I'm not
this
opposed to that.
huge
For the record.
long driveway, and they made him scrub it by hand with a scrub brush.
Oh.
It took the entire like 2 weeks of summer for him to get from the very beginning to the bottom of the driveway.
Or either your parents in the military.
Dude, no.
Oh, because that's some military-minded shit right there.
Militant as fuck.
Yeah.
See, my mom was like that, but my mom was a cop, and my dad was a cop.
One time I got my teacher had given out like progress reports where she would be like, it was for our English honors class. She would like give them out and be like, hey, here's some assignments you haven't turned in. If you turn them into me, I'll grade them and then it'll bump your grade up before whatever. And we're like, cool. So she turned it in. I was like a 68. I forgot to turn in 2 assignments. And so I just like ripped the top off and stick it in my backpack. My mom goes digging through my backpack. She pulls it out. She's like, what is this? And so I got grounded. My grounding was I had to write 3 1,000-word essays all on different shit. And then, but my parents wouldn't drive, and I had to do it all with books, so I couldn't use the computer. So I had to ride my bike to school, which was like 1.5 miles in Florida in the summer, like heat, and then all the way back. One time my friend's dad felt so bad for me, he picked me up and drove me to my parents' house, and he just put my bike in the back of his truck, and I was like, just drop me off like right around the corner, so in case my parents are home, I don't want them to see me. So he did drop me off right on my bike. Sorry if you're hearing that now, parents.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was.
The Florida heat's no
they
joke.
were interesting, yeah.
For parents, ain't no joke.
Are you cool with your parents like today?
Yeah, we're cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like that's just tough love. Is all that is.
Yeah,
That is tough love. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we get in spats, but like it's mild, you know.
Yeah.
So they live in Virginia, so I don't see them like as often.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of by myself here.
They moved
The rest of my
you to
family's still in Florida.
Tennessee 6 months into your senior year, and then
Oh, they
kicked you
moved
out
to
at
Virginia.
18.
Kicked you
like,
out.
Yeah.
Moved to
Yeah,
Virginia.
they moved to Virginia like probably like 1.5 years after I was on my own. But yeah.
Did they tell you? Did they like?
No, they forgot to tell me one time, and I showed up to one of their houses because they started buying and flipping houses. So like I was like, oh, I'm gonna surprise him. I'm like over in Brentwood at this time. I like showed up to the house. It's like completely dark, and I like look in the window, and there's no furniture. And so I call my dad, and he doesn't answer. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna see my parents today. And then like he calls me the next day, and I was like, hey, so did y'all move? And he's like, oh fuck, we forgot to tell you. And they did it one more time after that too. But they also would forget to tell me.
Wait.
Okay, I have a fucked up childhood too. That's not even the worst of
Okay,
it. That's this parent's
I'm
fight.
starting to think. I'm starting to catch on to that.
How do you forget to tell your kids you're moving, and then you said, and then they did it again
Yeah,
later? How do you
the
forget to
second
tell your
time.
kids twice?
Are your parents like spies or something? They're so
I don't know.
their work life is so crazy. They just forget about
Not
everything
even,
else.
because they like just were buying and flipping houses at the time. So like they're just like so involved in their projects and shit, I guess. I don't know. And at that time my brothers were still in high school. So like they were dealing with their crazy asses. And they were a handful, both of them. So it was a little bit, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to fly under the radar here, which is fine with me. Because now I'm the good kid.
So you're the oldest of 3?
Yeah, and those are my stepbrothers. Technically, I'm an only child. So my dad had another second
Me
wife
too.
in between this one.
Me too, only child.
Technically, I'm an only child too.
Are you? Only half?
Technically.
Oh, I
I have a
thought
half sister.
they're halflings
Oh.
though. They're
But
halflings.
my mom and my dad.
But that's still half is different.
yeah.
Half is different.
Yeah, because
Half
your
is half.
mom or your dad had to have another kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
DJ
was
is
the
our
first.
glass half
You're
full.
the first.
Yeah.
No, technically, as far as I know, my biological mom does not have any other children, but Lord knows.
No, that's
kinda hard to
so. You like got into graphic design and all that. When did you start first like getting into photography? When did you like know that like, all right, I'm good at this?
Well, kind of a little bit after I got into graphics. So I started getting into graphics when I started working at Tempt.
Really? You
Good
got into graphic
old
design first and then
Temps.
photography.
So I
interesting.
started doing graphics, and because Sarah Foley at the time was doing the VJing at Tempt, and she had posted that she was going out of town and needed somebody to like cover her for the weekend. And I was like, hell yeah, I want to try to do that. Like, she's like, cool, show up here and I'll show you how to do it. And so I was like, cool. And so she showed me how to do everything. Like, I downloaded some videos for the week and then VJ'd. And my first night VJing, her boyfriend at the time, Clint, had forgot to book somebody for sound. So they get there and the DJ was, do you guys know Matt Lotion?
Matt Lotion?
Yeah.
We go back. No, I don't.
Okay. Anyway, so he's a DJ that would perform there sometimes. So, like, he shows up and he was like, okay, like, do you know where the sound guy is? Like, I gotta plug all my stuff in. I don't know how to do this into the VJ set. And I was like, or to the DJ boards. And I was like, I have no idea. So I called her and she was like, oh, so he forgot to get somebody to do that. So I'm going to put him on the phone with you and he's going to teach you how to do this. And I was like, you mean I have to run sound tonight? I have zero background in
sound
this.
And VJ?
And VJ. And I was like, I have no idea. And I was like, hopefully the DJ knows something. Because, like, I have, other than plugging shit in, that's all about I know. And so I was like, all right. And so I get off and I was like, do you know how to plug this in? He was like, fuck no, I don't. And I was like,
wow.
Okay.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Yeah.
What is VJing?
Video DJ.
Video DJ.
You know the visuals you see at shows? Someone controls those too. Like when you guys were doing lasers and stuff. Not lasers, but video.
It's also part of sound and like so
That's
sound.
not pre-recorded?
No.
No, a lot of it's not.
No, like let me show you what we
Some
went
of it
through
is,
this
a lot of it's
weekend.
not. A lot of them
like
actually
people
control
make their
it.
own visuals and stuff too. But like club VJ stuff is usually
Oh boy,
like,
Nathan, he does it. You met Nathan, right? In Clarksville, he does it. He designs his own stuff. I've sat and watched him at a show for like an hour. It's so cool.
And
like,
they
this was all video projected this weekend on the entire venue. It's all like visuals. I'll show you a video of it. Hold on.
I've never heard of VJ before. Sounds kind of dirty.
BJ sounds dirty.
So it's like 3D mapping. So you have your visuals, and then they take buildings like that and like mesh over them to like make certain things go at certain places.
I want to see him so bad, man.
And people do that live? Like as the DJ performs?
Yeah, because you're doing it with the music. So like I would do it for like the hip hop nights, and like it would literally just be like a bunch of girls twerking with like a kaleidoscope layer over top of it.
That's all you need for a hip hop show.
Hell
Damn!
yeah!
I always thought that shit was just like pre-recorded and like somebody.
Which
I
makes
mean, like they could be like you could put it into Resolume and just like put it on auto, but a lot of
just
people
loop
do
it
it live.
30 different clips
You
or
didn't
whatever.
watch Eddie
How
at
come-
all last year?
No.
at Goddess?
It's the same at any big concert you go to. Like whatever is playing
know
on
he
the
was doing
screens
it
back
live.
there is.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, well, all right. So Goddess Awakening, they have a big like goddess head that they 3D map.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they mapped
on
it.
The
Yeah.
lasers, yeah.
That's
yeah.
VJing.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but again, like I just thought he had like preset shit in there that he just hit.
They
I
No,
mean,
like
it's
before the
pre-mapped,
festival, they
but, like,
pre-mapped
they
it,
have
but then while it
But
was
like as
colors
it changes and
stuff.
shit, I just thought
Yeah.
that was just like all right, press
No,
play.
they are able to
No,
change it.
you're also layering different. You can like layer different videos. So if you have like one with like a bright green and then it's like a textured over top of it, you can like change the opacity of it and it'll make it like different shapes and stuff if it's moving.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of stuff. You do a lot of it in like After Effects and then into Premiere Pro to like export and make the visuals. It's very intensive because you have to know a lot of like. You can also get into like Blender and learn like the 3D visual
I want to get
making.
there one day. Blender is ridiculous.
Me and Cody tried it for a bit, but I was just like so overwhelmed. I was like, my brain can't handle this. And, I taught myself how to do graphics for the most part with YouTube, but like nowadays I'm like, what?
Yeah, it takes some time to learn some new stuff. The technical skill.
I never knew that was
So,
a
like,
thing.
with your
I'm so
photography-
sorry, I'm an idiot. But
Yeah,
you
no,
learn
yeah,
things
you're
on this
good.
podcast. You
Ew.
learn things.
With your photography, would you say you specialize in like the fantasy photography, correct? What would you call it?
For fantasy.
Yeah.
So like fantasy, creative
That's so
art,
cool.
and then I also do brandings, portraits, and event and concert. So, but fantasy is definitely the realm that I'm like trying to really go towards because the like book talk community is really big, and Christine knows. We're all in a group chat
Wait,
about
That
it.
sounds familiar.
Wait, you say
Book
Book
talk.
talk. So it's like fantasy smut.
You're not ready
reads.
for this, Brian.
Wait, hold on. What is this?
Y'all told me about it one night. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Fantasy books
It's very
that are
fucking-
spicy.
It's like Lord of the Rings, but for adults only.
Nah, it's way past that.
I've
heard some books.
I'm just trying to make
there's
it.
dark fantasy and then there's regular fantasy romance. There's
I've
two
heard
different there's
I've
multiple
heard the spectrum.
subgenres. There's
I
a
have
genre for everybody. It's kind of like the rule number 13 of the internet. If there's a porn for it, if you can think of it, there's a porn for it.
Yeah.
And this is the same way. Actually, I'll grab one. We grab Caitlyn a water too. Actually.
Could you top me off there?
Yes,
sir?
I sure can. That's it. All right, this is called book talk. Like these are people talking about these books.
Yeah,
on TikTok.
it's a big community, mostly women, but there's some men in there too. But it's all of us talking about reading books about.
I can't wait till Brian gets into this and he comes back.
My favorite ones.
Dude,
are
if you get into it, please talk to me because I listen to audiobooks, so I go through shit a lot faster than everybody else. So usually when stuff comes out, I'm like 10 books ahead of where everybody else is.
You listen to them on audiobook?
Hell
That's
yeah.
Is
how
it even spicier on audiobook?
Yeah,
It
they
can
do
be.
graphic audios
Yeah,
where it's
they
like
do.
each character has its own voice actor.
Yeah.
And it's like, but then you have to pay double because they split those books into 2 or 3 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it costs a little bit more. I usually do the regular books. I don't really care as much for I don't want to pay more for I already spend enough money on books. I'm also in a book of the month club, so I get like stuff delivered to the house. That's like my nonfiction, like not the smutty stuff. Usually it's like the other stuff. And then I also read nonfiction too for like depending on what it is.
I told you people read books. Told you, dude.
Hell yeah, I do.
Gotta read books, son. Gotta read books.
It's better than sitting there and like rotting my brain on reality TV. It's how I look at it. So I canceled most of my subscription services, except for I just got Paramount again because I wanted to watch all the old 90s cartoons.
Wait. Okay, now we're
Like-
gonna jump down a rabbit hole. What reality shows are you into?
No reality shows,
no
but I'll watch
reality shows.
90s cartoons. So like Rocket Power, As Told by Ginger.
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold. What was some of the Jimmy Neutron?
But if you're on
Ren and
Paramount
Stimpy.
Plus,
Fairly Odd
that's
Parents.
like that's all the old 90s shows are
you
on
might
there.
sneak across like Survivor.
Dude, we were talking about Survivor the other day. I didn't realize how many episodes or seasons of Survivor.
49
there-
coming up this fall, baby. Let's
That's
go.
bananas.
2 every year.
2 every
Two
year for
every
the last
year.
24
I was like, oh my
years,
god.
Yep, and then season 50 comes in the spring, baby. I'm a Survivor fanatic.
That's crazy.
And Big Brother.
No, I'm not so much Big Brother anymore, but Survivor and The
There's a kid
Amazing
in middle
Race.
school that was obsessed with Big Brother.
The Amazing Race. Big Brother's just like too much, and quite honestly, it's just not as intriguing. Like Survivor is basically Big Brother, but they're like actually like out on an island.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Big Brother, you're just in a house, like, and you just get to eat whatever you want.
But they're
And,
clothed
like-
in that one. It's like Naked and Afraid is the one where they're naked.
Yeah. Some people get naked.
My
on
roommate
Survivor,
loves it's not Love Island. It's like
Yeah.
too hot to handle.
There's a bunch of them.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't
There's-
know.
Not-
I saw a
Christina
thumbnail of
Let
it.
me watch Love Island.
I
It's
like-
the perfect mix of trash.
I got
She
home.
got us on her bachelorette party. They all got me watching. What was the one where they like they talk before they like actually meet and pick the one that they
Oh
want to.
yeah, I don't know what that was called.
Wait, that's what you guys did on Christina's bachelorette party?
Well, yeah, they all sat around in the morning at the
Ah,
Airbnb, and we were all watching it and just talking shit the whole time. So like, it was fun doing it that way, but I wouldn't just sit there and watch
No
it by
way.
myself.
Like I came home one night and like I was like super late. Like I'm gonna cook some stuff for tomorrow. And my roommate, he's watching this show. And I'm like, what is this? He's like, all right, so Bethany and Tom. He's like, explain this, but she hooked up with him last night, and Alyssa's mad as hell. And I'm just like, dude, this is garbage. But then I'm like 30 minutes into like, oh, what do you think he's gonna do?
You can't
I'm
get
like, no,
away.
I gotta get away from this. I can't.
That's how I was with the Life Below Deck. I got hooked.
I was like,
That's how
I'm-
me and Christina is with Love
I
Island.
left
It's
that.
just
Love
so
Island's
much,
good.
So much trash. You get sucked into the drama.
dude, I can't.
I've
It's
watched
so much
a couple
fun to talk
seasons
shit
of
about
Love
it.
Island. It's good.
It's good.
It is good.
It's
brain
brain
rot.
rot.
Hilarious.
It'll suck you in.
My old roommate got auditioned to go on a reality TV show. I can't remember which one it was. They like flew her out for her second audition, and by the end of it, they were like, "Okay, cool, we want to book you for the role, but like by the end of the season, you have to get pregnant." And she was like, "I'm sorry, what?"
Huh?
And she,
How
they
much
were
they
like,
paying?
"Not enough." And so she was like, I
have
think
to
I'm
be-
okay. I'm
you have to
good,
be
thank you."
high seven
Okay.
Figures.
So I had a similar story. I wouldn't say I got close to casting, but I got a call back for I believe it was 90 Day Fiance. And,
Wait, when was this?
About a week ago.
well, before my divorce was technically finalized, which is what.
Were you even talking to somebody in a different country?
No, it was like some CBS person. And it was kind of like the same thing. Like, we can't tell you the show, but in 90 days, you are going to have to get legally married to someone. And I was like, but they said you can annul the marriage. Like, they pay for all the wedding and stuff. You can annul the marriage within like X amount of time, and then they pay for all of your divorce fees. So I'm like,
I would have signed up for that shit. Fuck you talking about how much they pay?
that's not okay. Like,
Can you pay for my divorce I'm going through right now?
Can you throw an extra divorce in there?
I'll do 2 seasons.
I'll be into I'll rerun this. It'd be like Survivor season 48.
Think of the drama. It starts off with him already getting divorced.
He could have been bigger than Big Ed.
Dude, the no neck guy.
Yeah.
Dude, that was crazy.
He's like the 90 Day Fiance most infamous
he is
person.
Insane.
Yeah,
like,
he's
just
nuts.
crazy.
And he has no neck.
Literally.
Bro, I'm gonna show you a picture.
He has like a specific disease, or like he literally has no like neck bones essentially. So
Mad
like,
confident though.
Mad confident.
Oozes confidence, but
Oh shit, I have seen that dude's face before.
Yeah, I've seen him on like
he's
memes
memed.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's memed.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So, Caitlyn, when did you first start getting in like the festival scene?
Festival scene. Ooh, so that was
First festival ever?
2011. Well, technically, my first festival was when I was like 9.
Okay.
My dad took me to Magnolia Festival, which is at the Swanee campgrounds where Halloween is.
Yep.
And we saw, like, it was a very like reggae fest. So it was like Donna and the Buffalo, and then the headliners were Ziggy Marley and all of his siblings singing all of Bob Marley songs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So like I grew up, and then my uncle would go to Burning Man all the time as a kid. So like I grew up like as a hippie kid kind of deal. But my first festival by myself as a like kind of adult was 2011 Hangout Fest.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah.
That's in like Alabama?
Yeah, it's Gulf Shores, Alabama. Now it's
That's when I got introduced to like electronic music. Besides Sandstorm, my dad's friends would play Sandstorm at their, like DJ parties. So like that, but like I saw Skrillex, and that was kind of like my first like, this is so cool.
What the hell? Yeah.
Yeah, so Skrillex was like my first introduction to that, and then I started working at Tempt, and obviously like it kind of just like catapulted. From
You absorbed all of it, and
yeah, I was like, well, because they would book a lot of headliners that I didn't really know, and then I'd get introduced to them, and then like Spotify would do its thing, and I would just be like, oh, this is fucking awesome. But then I feel like I've evolved a lot into the electronic scene. Like I don't go to like shit I would go to back then anymore. It's just like too much.
Like you couldn't do Excision, you're like, that was cool to see once, but now you're like, I want to see something.
Knife Party, like Borgore. I'd probably still go to Borgore.
I'd say I'd go to
like it's just fun to like if you want to twerk your ass kind of thing.
Yeah, Borgore's good times.
But yeah, that was
Hangout Fest, huh?
Hangout Fest, yeah. It was like Alabama Shakes, Cage Elephant played. But that was before like I knew the Balls Deep group kind of deal. So that was like a different group of friends. And then that's where I met like Brett through and Juan when he was like little baby, 17-year-old. I don't know if y'all know Juan. No? Okay.
I don't think so.
But we do now. What up, Juan?
What up,
what up, Juan?
When did you meet the rest of the Balls Deep crew?
I met Ariel and Cameron at Tempt.
At Tempt. And you helped us out with the festival too, didn't you?
With Greenway?
No.
You didn't help with music?
I thought you were there.
Y'all were advertising for that like right about the time I had started working, but I didn't go to it.
I felt like you were
I remember
involved
everybody
somehow.
had their little like light up
Yeah,
t-shirts.
we had the sound reactive t-shirts.
Yeah.
Man, that was a
heavy
lot of
ass
fun.
battery packs.
Yeah.
That was a wild year and a half. Like it took a year and a half leading up to actually doing the festival. We were throwing shows that were basically tryouts to see who we want to line up, and I was the person who was like the talent buyer for the local artists.
Yeah, I wish Temp was still open because we've done so many podcasts about Temp. Just like when people like Bobby did security. I think we've had a bunch of people that have like performed there. Did Strange Wave say? A bunch of people that like played there. DJ'd there, VJ'd there, a bunch of stuff. You know,
Yeah.
We know a lot of DJs and VJs.
Yeah, we were in and out of that place. Yeah.
All the time.
So
all the time.
You went.
All the debauchery.
You went to.
It all started at Main Street.
What's the event you went to this past week in the Tipper Show, right?
Yeah, in Alabama.
So that was the last one.
Next one's Red Rocks, and that's his last one because he's from Denver. Or he lives in Denver now.
Why is he?
He has health complications.
Well, he's been doing it since the 90s.
Yeah, I mean,
he used to make like hip hop beats.
He's a fucking legend, dude.
He used to make like
he's
rap
not
beats.
new by any means.
Not new. But he had a heart surgery, and he's just been doing this so long that he's just done.
Yeah, I would probably call it quits.
I mean, he sells out. He sells out every single show he does. Like he is
but
like.
It's not about him though. That's the best thing with Tipper events is it's never about him. Like he's usually off to the side or completely dark. You don't see him DJ, but he brings the artistic talent to it. So it's always a production about the art. So he has all these VJs come in. They 3D mapped the entire venue for this one. The very first one we went to was at King's Theater in Brooklyn, New York, and they had just remodeled. The city spent $9 million, some $95 million I think was what the remodeling and restoring the inside. It's all Baroque artwork, so red, gold, big sculptures. They 3D mapped the inside of the venue, the entire inside of it, and projected. And it was 3 nights of that. And it's always up tempo first night, down tempo, and then third night's always ambient psychedelic movie where everybody just gets in comfy clothes and cuddle puddles kind of shit. So it's very much everything is thought through about his events. It's what I fucking love about it.
I probably would have went this past weekend. I was hanging out with some people and they're telling me about I wanted to see him at Bonnaroo, but we already know what happened with that.
Oh my god, yeah.
But they were talking about I know a lot of other artists on there I've seen before. I really wanted to see it, but I know he was the headliner, and they're all making these plans. I was like, man, I wanted to see him. I guess it's not meant to be though, because I'm not going to Red Rocks.
Well, what's
they're all sending it out to Cody's going, but I'm just I can't swing that right now. I have a bunch of shoots coming up for stuff. So
yeah, have y'all met Cody?
Yeah.
I met Cody a handful of times.
Me and Cody's got a bunch.
He's cool people, man. Super talented, just like you. You guys are a talent couple. Just I remember meeting him.
It's the ADHD.
It's a superpower.
Yeah. He's just going to try to start making money off of his now.
He's so good. I remember watching a new Poi, and I'm
I was gonna say, does Poi flow art?
Kadama, just does he play guitar too?
Yeah, but not as much as he used to. But yeah, he'll play guitar. Now he's got a drone flute, so that's his new.
A drone flute?
Yeah, so it's 3D printed, but it's a lower pitch. So, dude, yeah, it's
I'm
honestly
learning
nice.
so much today about shit I never knew was.
It's honestly really nice because he wanted bongos for the longest time or drums, and I was I don't know if I can deal with the bongos all the time, but the drone flute feels like you're being woken up in a Zelda game. It's Ocarina of Time kind of shit.
That's dope.
Dude, yeah, I was I can do this.
I gotta be up at 7:30. Please play for me.
Wake me up with that.
See, I can do bongos.
No, it's too sharp in the morning.
Finn would hate you.
Nah, dude, don't do
do
that.
some bongos in there.
I couldn't do that.
Make me feel like me and Jamaica.
Catch me in 2013, yeah. Yeah, I could do some bongos.
No, that's dope though.
Not
okay, well you mentioned it, so I was gonna ask you about it because you were also out at Bonnaroo this past year.
Oh yeah.
So we did a whole episode where
Bummeroo.
we basically said fuck Live Nation. We're pretty open about that on this podcast.
I'm also very open about that. My experience at the Gorge was probably the worst experience I've ever had going to a festival. For because Live Nation bought out the Gorge in Washington.
Oh, no.
I don't know what the Gorge is.
Dude, it's the
Washington State.
Washington State,
yeah, is a music venue out there.
It looks beautiful.
It's in the nestled in the Valley of the Mountains. It was on that. What was that? 21 and Over, that movie. Where the 21 and over.
So
it
with
was
the Asian
kind of
dude?
that Project, it's kind of like that Project X era of movies. But the dude turns 21 and they try to go to the Gorge for a show, and it's Miles Teller's in it, and they try to travel and they get in a bunch of debauchery. That's where I first heard about the Gorge.
Miles Teller's also in a movie called The Gorge. I think they just came out.
Yeah, but it's creepy.
It's kind of cool.
That's
It's
the
really
Gorge.
cool, but
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It was super sick.
I love it when people do that. This is where concert venues should be.
Yeah.
Stop stacking them up
Caverns,
in downtown
dude.
Nashville.
So what
Caverns
happened?
is dope. I've never. Okay. Here's the thing. I get it. They had apparently like a gun thing a couple years ago where there's like somebody got in a gun. So like I understand security being strict for that kind of stuff. But like everything they had, it was like 4 different checks you had to go through to get your bags in. Like there was like all this stuff you couldn't bring in. You had to like, they had chairs there you could like rent if you wanted to sit, but it's literally like on this fucking hill and the chairs are like literally like eating people the whole time because they just like pulled up. Like there's like weed is legal, so like I bought a cart and they took it away from me like while I'm like in the venue with it. Like the guy comes up and he's like, I'm gonna need to take that from you or you can take it back to your car, which is like 2 miles away. And I was like, no.
They don't allow it in the venue, but it's legal in the state.
It's legal in the state, but you can't have it in the venue. But it's like an outdoor venue. So I'm like...
you would have pulled... You should have pulled the old, I'll take it back to my car.
This alcohol?
Yeah, well, he would have escorted me. I could have told you that, yeah. They were just like, it was just so much stuff. I've never been searched so hard in my life for like a security venue. And it was run by like, they're like a lot of the kids who look like they were like maybe 17, 18 years old, like running security and stuff. And it was just like, didn't feel like welcoming. Meanwhile, like we go back to Orion and this is the second time they had Tipper there and they made like stuffed lobsters that were like that you could buy that had like an Orion thing and they were like, we love the Tipper family, like you guys are so cool. And I was like, hell yeah, this is like how we should be treated at a venue, like fuck that. Or like everybody was like, we loved you guys so much, like it's crazy. But yeah,
but other than the security issue,
but like and everything was so expensive. I paid $30 for one drink.
That should be illegal.
Single.
That should be illegal.
Yeah, especially in like Washington State.
Everything there was so expensive though, like it was insane. And like Tipper events, like this past week in Huntsville, we paid like $250 for our tickets. I was like there if like camping alone was like a camping pass was like $250 just for the camping pass, and then the 3-day ticket was like extremely expensive for a Tipper event. Like normally he tries to keep it like super affordable for everybody to come out, and it was just like insane. I can't even remember how much it was, but like way too much. So, and you can tell it was all Live Nation. They just wanted to make every little bit of money off of you that they could.
That's where they get you. That is where they get you. And that is why we say
fuck Live Nation
on this podcast.
Yeah.
So Bonnaroo, what day did you go in?
So I was working Bonnaroo.
Oh shit. Okay.
I was working for Liquid Death. I went in Wednesday. I think I went in Wednesday. Set up camp, and then Thursday we worked our first shifts. And so like the girl that I had like was supposed to be working with, we got like originally we thought we were going to be each doing like these like long shifts all day, which would have made it worth it for the money, which would have been fine. And then they were like, oh no, you guys are going to split shifts. So I was like, cool, and I have to work half the time for the same amount of pay. Hell yeah.
Cool.
So like everything was great, and then I begged one of their hair braiders backed out, so the girl that I was working with wanted to pick up shifts, so then we had to swap all of our original shifts around because we pre-picked like what shows we wanted to go to, and the girl I was working with didn't really like care about seeing anybody but Avril Lavigne and like Jess Murphy, I think was the other girl. So she wasn't like a festival goer, so she didn't really care. She just wanted to work a bunch, which is cool and all. So then by come time like Friday that it got canceled, right? So
yeah,
like they told me to come in.
4
I was supposed to work Friday morning. They told me to come in Friday afternoon. So it starts piss pouring at 4 o'clock when I'm supposed to go in at 4:30. I was like, hey, I'm going to wait out the rain. Like, I don't want to walk in the rain. And I know Center Rue's closed. So, like, they were like, well, just try and get here when you can. So I finally, like, slows down enough. I walk all the way into Center Rue and then get there, wait about 10, 15 minutes. And they're like, we're shutting down for the night. So then I walk all the way back to my freaking campsite.
Damn.
And so I finally get there, and then like maybe 20, 30 minutes later, they announced that it was canceled for sure. And you just heard it like go through the festival campground, like one person by one. They're like, wait, what? No. Just,
I walked out of the RV
around.
and everyone was looking down at their phone. It was just quiet. You could feel it in the air. I felt sick.
Because it was like such a party there for a
I was
while.
like,
People
I
just
was
started
so
pulling out
ready.
tarps and doing like water slides and shit in the mud. It was just like chaos for a second, and then you just got really depressing.
Dude, it was so depressing. People were just walking around just like, Oh man!
But then we wandered into where Broccoli Bar was, and they were fucking vibing out. They had the speakers blasting.
They were like,
"Let's
go!
On top.
We'll do it out here."
They're like, yeah.
People went ham that night. Like we had fun, but like we wanted to see some.
It was really
shows.
sad.
How long did you stay?
We stayed that night, like a Friday night, and then left Saturday. We pretty much like me and my friend Sarah like packed up most of our camp and just was like, we'll leave the easy up and throw it in last minute so we can sleep in our cars because it was gross and muddy outside.
Shit show.
So.
Yeah. Well, once again, fuck Live Nation.
Dude, for real. And they've known about that problem for way too long now.
They expanded the campgrounds, which I think is what actually caused the problem now that I've like looked into it a little bit more because there's places that were flooded. Because you saw the little announcement, the announcement they made for next year to where they're like, hey, we're going to minimize the space that we had for campgrounds because those are the places that flooded the most. So lessen the probability of it happening next year, but
it's really not that hard just to lay some pipes where it flooded and then build a mound up around it, and that way the water just flows through. It just makes so much more sense that way because then you're easily draining the water out. Just put it on a slight slope.
Yeah, that's why I work in landscaping. That's why I've said this entire time. Like or even to like bring some dirt out there and like grade some of that.
Yeah,
like, would it be
gravel.
very fucking expensive? Yeah, but you do it one time and then it's done.
Good. Make your money back in 2 years.
And you make $7 billion every year. So like, like you might have to put a little bit of money into the infrastructure so that an inch and a half of rain doesn't cancel your event. Because I was telling these guys, like I was actually watching the news that night. And even the meteorologists on like News 5 or whatever was like, pretty mild thunderstorms we saw. Like he was kind of, I wouldn't say he was talking shit, he was kind of talking shit.
It was it rained hard, but not what it.
That's what I was saying. It's not like the years. What was it? 2022 they got canceled from like the tropic. That was like a tropic thunder in Florida. This was like literally like a mild Tennessee.
4 hours of rain.
Yeah. And it was only really heavy for like maybe an hour.
But like,
that was not. I would never have guessed. Put money on it, but like, no, there's no way.
My second time in Electric Forest, they canceled the very last day for the very last set, which was Moby, and I was kind of sad because I really wanted to see Moby. But our whole campsite was literally floating on water. It was insane.
Yeah.
I want to go Electric Forest. That's like one of my like. Festival.
I won't go now that Live Nation. I went before Live Nation.
They own it now.
They bought it. From
They're like Disney.
Cheese. They bought it from String Cheese, which is why String Cheese opened Halloween up, because that's their festival.
Do they know? Do they own Lost Lands?
No, I think Lost Lands is
Insomniac.
Isn't it? Excision's festival, yeah.
Okay.
Because he owns that property.
The dinosaurs.
Yeah, he owns that property.
That's the one I've always wanted to go to.
Okay, well, enough negative festival experiences. How about some of your most positive festivals overall? And top festival moments that you recall.
So I'd say pretty much any Tipper event I've been to. But also Electric Forest 2013, 2014 was amazing. 2013 was my first year there, and I had gone with the group of friends that I was hanging out with at the time, and they invited me last minute, and so I got my ticket, but they were like, oh, we don't have room in our car for you to ride down with us, so like you're gonna have to find a different ride. And I was like, okay. And they're like, oh, our friend Sarah has like availability in her car, so you can ride with her. And I was like, cool. So I stayed with like her and a bunch of her friends, and like on the way down, one of the guys had found like a construction hat, and so first day we get there, there's a security guard like posted right by our campsite. So we started like making friends with him. We cook him breakfast every morning, and so every time he'd go back and check into work, he would grab another security vest and for like not exchange his other one. So we got like 2 or 3 security vests, and our friend had the construction hat, and so like second night, I think it was like Saturday, we like go into the festival, and like we all had flashlights, and like 3 of us had a security vest, and we just made a line, and so we were like, we're getting to the front of knife party. And so like we just like would go through the crowd, and we would just like joke with people, like fuck with them, and they'd be like opening little baggies in the crowd, and we're just like, what you got there? And they're like, oh, and we're like, just fucking with you, and they like run off. But we had cut through the crowd like freaking butter.
That's
and
hilarious.
Just got up right up to the front, and then immediately took the security jackets off, tied them around our waist, and was like, let's go.
That's amazing.
Gangster.
Yeah.
That's
and then I think my favorite like funny moment I've ever had at a festival, we were at the very first Wakan Fest, and we're the way, or no, it wasn't the Wakan Fest. It was Resonance in West Virginia, and so they had both main stages like right next to each other, and then the sound booth. So like the first main artist would go on, and then immediately they could put the next artist. So it was just like back and forth all weekend. So like so we were like sitting here. I think it was 2-hour Papadosio Daft Punk tribute, which was hella fucking sick. And then Tipper went on right next to it, so we watched Tipper, and then like we just all chilled in the same spot pretty much. And so like it's just me and Cody and like a couple of our other friends, and then this like huge group of like Tipper fam that was just like hanging out behind us. And then the next person playing was Daily Bread, so we're just like waiting. It's kind of like silent.
Damn, that's good.
It was a good lineup.
That's really good.
There's people behind us had this like big wagon, and it had this like skeleton, like a fake skeleton guy sitting in it with like a hat on. And all of a sudden we're like, it's middle of Saturday night, so we're all a little messed up, and there's like this big freaking 4x4 like side by side comes out of nowhere with its brights on, pulls like right up to where me and Cody are sitting on the ground, and like a bunch of other of us are just chilling. We're all like blinded. He gets out with like a headlamp and stuff on and starts searching through the crowd, so we think like somebody's down, and they're like security's like looking for like medic or something. And so we're like, you know, like all looking around like freaking out, like what's going on. He's like cutting through the crowd, like move out of the way, does all this, and then immediately gets back on the side by side and leaves, doesn't say anything. And so we're all like freaking out, like what the hell. And like out of nowhere this dude comes from behind, he picks up the skeleton, and he goes, I hope he wasn't looking for this guy. And we just lost our shit. I was like, me and Cody just fell to the floor, and then he like leaves and runs away, and me, Cody, and this like other dude all are the only ones who heard him, and we're dying laughing. And then but not like 15 minutes later, we're all like chilled out. He comes and sits down next to me, and he's like, I'm so glad you guys laughed at my humor. He's like, not everybody gets it, but like I thought it was really funny too. And I was like, dude, no, please, you made my weekend.
That's great.
That guy's my new favorite guy.
That is so funny, dude.
It was quite hilarious.
Tipper.
Hell yeah.
That's hilarious too.
But
I
yeah,
never
it's
knew
super
you were
fun.
like that big of a Tipper fan. So
Yeah.
there
And in the
Good
past,
going.
like we I think our first one was like 2018. Yeah.
Dang.
So
okay.
been
Been
following
running
him
away.
since then.
Oh yeah.
But his events specifically, I don't necessarily like him at festivals is cool, but like his events that he throws are by far like my favorite.
Oh yeah.
But
I feel like he's like the Grateful Dead of like EDM. Like his following is like,
oh yeah,
Religious.
but the best community of people ever.
that's
like,
how it is.
They're just like the sweetest, coolest, chillest people. Like so talented. Like it's crazy.
If there was like an artist, I mean Tipper's probably, I think who you would answer this with, but if there's an artist that you haven't seen in the wall and you can make like a emergency fund to go see this one artist, who would it be?
I haven't seen Pretty Lights in a while. I didn't get to go.
With the Caverns?
Yeah, I didn't get to go.
Yeah, that was a really cool show because it's been since 2000 and...
I haven't seen him since Electric
12?
Forest in 2014. I think that was my last time seeing him.
It's amazing. It got really cold though. It's my only complaint, but it was so cool.
Yeah.
That was one of my first shows. I saw. I'm trying to think about like in order of like the first couple of EDM shows I saw. I honestly think one of the first ones I saw was Bass Nectar.
Oh yeah.
At like
I
know Voldemort.
Leave that out.
Voldemort.
Edit it out.
Yeah.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
He who shall not be
He
named.
didn't say that.
But that's at Limelight. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god, Limelight. Yeah.
And I think after that we went to With Your Friends Festival. I think that was 2013. It was Pretty Lights and Skrillex, like Santa Gold, Nas,
Oh my
Dylan
God, I forgot about
Francis,
Nas.
and like Token Monster.
And Dylan Francis.
Dude, it was so cool. So it was like Friday night and Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
So the first night, Skrillex headlined. Then he had like his spaceship thing, you know?
Yo.
And then Saturday night was church. That was my first time seeing Pretty Lights. It was...
Oh, Pretty Lights is so good.
Oh, man.
It's just so
it's special.
funky. I love Pretty Lights.
It's special, man.
I was a big G fan too back in the day. Yeah, and he played like a back-to-back set. It was Big Gigantic, Grizz, and Grammatic. So Big Grizzmatic at Electric Forest, and that was fucking bananas.
Grammatic, Prob Cause, and him just released a new song. I haven't listened to it yet, but Austin Parker sent it to me today. Because we were talking about Grammatic the other day. I'm like, where's Grammatic?
Yeah.
Like, I remember hearing that 23, what is it? Illusions? What's that song?
Flavors.
There's a song they came out with that was, like, real big.
I can't remember.
It got really big because there was this Dragon House, like, what do you call, like, the
Poppers?
Yeah, and this dude released a video, and people were like, what is this shit? And it had one of his songs on there, I think. Yeah. Like a remix.
You know, Grammatic also used to do hip-hop beats.
That makes sense.
So did,
Tipper.
What's his name? No, well, Tipper did too, I believe. But, Tara Reid is what his rapper name is.
Starts with a G. He's a great rapper.
He's a great rapper.
Not G Jones.
Not G Jones.
No. Good. No, nice try, though.
Tara Reid, because he would talk about, like, drinking freaking Windex and shit. Yeah.
What is his...
He's
it starts with a G.
Hold on.
He does EDM
Try not to look at... Yeah, he raps. His style kind of sounds like old school Eminem.
I don't know if we've talked about this before. I've always said, like, if you listen to an EDM song, the, like, foundation of it is just a hip-hop beat.
Get her.
Oh, yeah, Get her. Yeah, I'll fuck with Get her. Yeah, I'll fuck with Get her. Yeah. He's got some good shit.
Yeah.
That's actually...
Deadmau5's good, too. Oh, Deadmau5.
Very atmospheric shows. I mean, the last time I saw him, he was playing... my favorite songs by him is Averita.
Yeah.
That one's so cool live. It just feels like another planet.
That's.
We're finding Bobby just out there just.
That's me. That's me at Purity Ring.
Dude, oh yeah,
Purity Ring is a whole nother level.
I think the last time I saw Purity Ring, they had played at what's the venue downtown that got recently redone?
Municipal.
The old building.
War Memorial.
No, because Fifth Dimension was part of doing the production upstairs.
Cannery.
Cannery, yeah. And then what was the venue above that? That used to do all the EDM shows. Because that's where I saw Flosterdom.
I filmed the show up there like 6 months ago.
Mercy Lounge.
Yeah.
Mercy Lounge, yeah. It was at
the Nashville team.
That's my favorite venue, honestly. Like setup wise, like it's so cool.
Yeah, I like what they did with it in there.
Good job, Turner.
Good.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Are you ready for our millennialistic minute, DJ? You got it ready?
Millennialistic minute.
Yeah. All right. So, Caitlyn, we told you this is a new segment that we're trying. So, again, bear with us here while we work through the kinks. All right. We are going to show you a video from our childhood, and all we want is your raw reaction to it. Okay. And we're going to see what your thoughts are on this video. DJ, you got it ready?
Ready.
All right. Go ahead and show it to her quick. You can set your laptop up on the table so you don't have to hold it.
Are you ready for now? 17 of today's hottest superstars in one all-new Power Pack collection.
Oh, yes, this is what I would wake up to watching Nick at night. Who you are.
It's crazy. 30 years old.
Dude, my second cousin Beth is the girl in the music video.
What?
Waves, like to them doing that. She just posted it the other day because she met them, and she was like, "I got to tell them that I was the one in the music video with the waves."
Oh no! That's hilarious.
All Saints. Oh my gosh. Never ever. Not all the 16 months before.
So we actually tried calling that phone number in research for this podcast, and it just keeps ringing.
Does it?
They're sold out, dude.
We're like, can we, like, what if someone is still at like a call center somewhere taking these calls
one phone?
That's what I call it.
Making $7 an hour like they were back in the 90s.
One day,
17 people,
phone
one
like
for
a
each now.
2,000 square foot warehouse.
So our question is, I'm assuming you remember seeing those commercials. Did you ever buy any of the No. See, I didn't either. DJ said he stole some from his mom's record.
Grandma's.
So my mom's boyfriend at the time, my biological mom's boyfriend at the time, was a big Napster guy. So any songs I wanted, he would just download them for me.
I didn't have Napster. I had LimeWire.
And then I got into high school and I started doing LimeWire.
Yeah.
Killed my mom's computer. I'm sorry, Mom.
Oh no,
My
I had
cousin
my
had
own
his own
laptop.
computer.
My cousin and I would do that.
And I had a
then we
laptop.
got the shuffles. We got iPod shuffle.
Yo, you couldn't see shit. You just
You
hit that
couldn't
button.
see, but I knew exact order of songs, and even to this day, if I hear a specific song that was on my iPod shuffle, I just automatically threw him the second the next song is
You
the
know,
one that was in
transitions
my
into
order.
it.
When it ends, you already hear the next song
Yeah.
playing in your head.
That's like how when I listen to an album, you know the next song
Yeah.
on the album, but you just have it on your iPod shuffle playlist.
Yeah.
I love that. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I was like, Cody had the Chance the Rapper Acid Rap CD stuck
yeah.
in his car, the truck, for the longest time when we first met, so that's all that would ever play. So
yeah.
it was just like acid rap all the time.
He just put a new album out like
have I ever told
last
that
week.
story? on
Didn't
this
it get
podcast?
really gospel-y though?
Was
Last
his
album
the
I heard
last
I
one was the one he put out recently
No.
is
His
not.
last album was real gospel. This one is real more worldwide, I'd say.
Okay.
He
Mr. Worldwide.
How do I-
Mr. Worldwide.
he went on a trip. He spent a lot of time in Africa.
Okay.
And has done a lot of traveling recently, so is bringing a lot of influences from a lot of different,
Okay.
specifically African, like
African.
Ghana. I actually just saw his interview on Jimmy Kimmel the other night. But I actually met Chance the Rapper. Have I told you this?
Everyone's
on the
met him
podcast?
except for me.
I haven't met him. So.
He was I didn't know. I'd heard of him because my college roommates were big into like listening to mixtapes and shit. And like they would just be like, "Oh yeah, listen to this." I'd listen to it and it'd be shit. And I'm like, "Okay, all these guys suck." But everybody was taking pictures with this guy, and I was meeting up with this girl for like a random reason. I saw these people taking his pictures, and so I go over. I was like, "Hey, who is this guy you guys are taking pictures with?" They're like, "That's Chance the Rapper." And I was like, "Oh shit, okay, actually I know who that is." I went over, dude.
Oh shit.
Coolest fucking guy of all. I actually.
I love
On a
when they're
little
like
table
that.
Upstairs in my attic, I have an acid rap sticker that his DJ gave
Hell
to
yeah.
me. And we sat. He sat there and chatted. We probably chatted for about 5-10 minutes, and then they like loaded up in their Chevy Tahoe and like took off to wherever they were going next. But he was really fucking cool.
That's what I've heard. Of people have met
Yeah,
him.
so
I love
acid-
that
acid
because I've
rap
heard
is
I've
like-
had a lot of celebrity well, not a lot, but I've had celebrity interactions that are not so great.
Yeah, he was high as fuck on Jimmy Kimmel the other day, boy.
Oh,
Come on, Chano.
It's in that broccoli. You know?
That's right. That's right. No, he's got his new single on there, Tree, with like Lil Wayne and all that. Is on there. Is really good. All right, cool. Well, all right. So, Caitlyn, you already mentioned a few of them, but you do your photography.
Yep.
Are you? So you're not doing makeup like professionally anymore, then? You'd say?
No, I don't have I don't post about it. I only do it for shoots. If like somebody wants makeup as an add-on, I'll charge for that and do it for like that for my own self. But I'm not. And then again, I get like people that hit me up every once in a while that are like, "Oh, my cousin needs a makeup for your wedding," and I'm like, "Okay," but like it's not something I promote. You know, graphics I still freelance and fairly often. Like a lot of usually for like friends and stuff. I do like logo designs and things like that, but. Mostly photography is what I'm focusing on now.
Yeah.
So,
Hell yeah.
but
That's
I can
awesome.
combine all the things in one because I do a lot of like photoshopping and a lot of my fantasy work. So
They kind of go hand in hand.
And you're learning some video too.
I started doing video
Yeah.
more.
I like
I
that
was
little.
like that CapCut video.
I was
You were
like,
like,
how
how'd
you
you
do-
do that? I was like, it's CapCut.
I just did a music video Sunday. We were filming for like 8 hours, and me and the lead singer were talking about ideas for like editing and stuff. And I've listened to the song so many times preparing for the video and like actually writing the shot list. So I have all these ideas in my head. But we want to make it like really trippy, like some cool shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
a
know,
CapCut, and then that other video editing app I sent you
Yeah.
does the like
Yeah.
fractal.
I
stuff.
might go to look somewhere else. I use Premiere. But I have
I have
After
Premiere
Effects
Pro too, but I'm just learning Premiere Pro, so like I'm not any
It's a
expert
lot.
in
It's-
it. It is a lot.
I've used it for years, and I know well enough now where if I have an idea for something, I can kind of like know what the effects look like, and I'm like, what if I could do this? I'll spend like 2 hours trying to make some shit work, and I'm like, oh, it didn't even fucking work, dude.
I know.
And then I'll go look it up, and I'm like, oh,
Usually
you can't
I
deal with
just
that.
YouTube stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I know exactly what I want to do, so I'm just gonna try and YouTube something that sounds similar
Yeah.
to it. But yeah, video editing, I find CapCut's a lot easier because I'm usually just doing TikTok stuff, so
Mm-hmm.
like it's easy to film, like edit in there. They have a lot of templates too, but usually I use the templates more for the winery stuff, but for my own, I'm usually just like free editing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know a lot of people use CapCut.
It's a lot of fun.
So you do a lot of the like fantasy Photoshops. What are some of your other like favorite Photoshop? I know X has one specifically he wants to ask you about, but like what are some other outside of the fairy stuff that you really enjoy doing?
I do love doing branding stuff. Oh, your camera battery just died.
Oh,
no.
It just, I
Well,
think it just died.
Are we at an
so-
hour?
yup. That's all right.
I got to switch it real
Yeah,
quick.
we'll switch it up here in a second. But if you want to finish your thought first.
Cool, yeah. What was the thought?
Your favorite photo shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my photo shoots. So, like, I do enjoy branding stuff. Like, I like finding, like, I work with a hairdresser that Xavier helped me with. That was a lot of fun. We're coming up with a couple other ones that we're going to do soon. I love doing concerts and event stuff.
Yeah, that's so much
Anything
fun.
like shooting lasers or like production stuff is always really fun. I did the afters for the Tipper event this weekend, and fire performers are always fun to shoot. I like doing stuff that challenges what is easy to do, because like anybody can take their camera out and shoot pictures of their friends in a field. Like, it does take some effort to like make it look a certain way, but for the most part, like, not everybody can go out and shoot somebody that's like throwing fireballs around and make it look good. You know, it takes a lot of skill and like learning what settings to use, and like thinking about like how much light is coming in from behind your subjects, and like all of the different aspects that go into making sure that you're capturing the like fire and the performer and all of that. So it's definitely not easy, but it's doable, and I've done it for long enough. I feel like I'm more comfortable doing it now, but I'm no expert by any means.
Yeah, but concerts and festivals is like definitely a lane you'd be interested in getting more involved in, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I definitely think it's like it's definitely a fun space to work in, for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, and you get to go to events for free, which is always nice. Like,
that's what we were just talking last week. We need to like come up with some fake media passes and just start showing up to places and be like, no, we're here for media.
I'm just waiting for Xavier to get big enough where he needs a bag man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had to take Cody on the wedding with me the other weekend. I was like, I can't do this by myself, I'm realizing.
I'll just start transporting Xavier to events and carrying his bags.
I was like, he's my second shooter, but he's technically just my assistant.
You need an assistant?
He's here.
Not yet, but we'll see, man. Sometimes. What I wanted to ask you about, I was like looking through your stuff. So I saw this photo shoot you did. It was like an intimate wedding at a hospice.
Oh, yeah.
Super powerful moment captured. Like, I've never even heard of that before, and I wanted to ask, has there ever been like another photo shoot that just made you realize, like, I'm so glad I do what I do?
Honestly, that was kind of, well, I've done some boudoir stuff, which is always really cool, because it's really like trying to like empower women that like are not very comfortable with their bodies, and like feeling hot and sexy, where you get those good photos. But I would say that was by far like the first time that I was like shooting where I was like, damn, I'm so happy that I'm here to be able to capture this moment. And like, it was so last minute too, because like they had already talked to me about hiring me for their engagement and wedding photos. And then she messaged me the day before and said, hey, like, is there any chance you can come? And I was like, I think it's destiny right now, because I was supposed to work today and the shoot got canceled. So like, I was like, it's supposed to, like, I'm supposed to be here. And so I showed up, and like they were like, look, we're throwing this together last minute. The hospice somebody donated a bunch of flowers right before, so they had like free flowers to use, and the hospice had this like really nice like room where you could just like chill, and they were like, we're gonna do it in here and bring her mom in. And so it was really, really fucking special to be there, and like I'm glad I was able to do that for them. And then we kind of like, they had her included into they had like a little memorial for her at the wedding in the like dining room where everybody was eating dinner. And then I went and had one of the photos printed out, and I made it into like a little safety pin charm so that we could clip it to her bouquet. So technically like her mom walked her down the aisle. So it was very, very cool, and like I was very grateful to be there. I know, dude, it made me cry too.
I know. I saw those photos. I was like, I have to ask about this, man.
Xavier said that to me earlier.
I sent it to him like a week or two ago, and I was like, I have to say something. We cried
a lot. I was like, I felt like I wanted to give it to her before the wedding like was started, because I was like, look, I know this is gonna make you cry, but like I wanted you to have this, because I didn't know how else you were including your mom in the ceremonies and stuff. But yeah, it was really, really special. I'm very, very grateful that I was there. Plus it was a fun weekend. Like I knew a ton of people that were there, and they had like an in-ground pool and like cabins, so we all stayed there all weekend and just like partied and celebrated, and it was great. It was like a merging of 2 friend groups, which was cool. So
that's awesome. Yeah, capturing moments is. There's so many things I wish I'd have taken pictures of or filmed like earlier in my life. I'm like, I have all these memories with. So now I do it all the time. And it's like I only do it for other people. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lady that I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast, but I had a nephew that was like essentially born, like stillborn, and was like only alive for about 5 hours. So she came into the hospital
and did those.
I never knew like services like that existed, but it was kind of the same thing. Like they are so grateful like for those photos and like that somebody captured that moment. So no, I definitely think that
I would love to do a birthing session. So if anybody's pregnant and wants to hire me,
there you go.
Like,
well, I say that said like I know firsthand that like your work, work has impact. You know what I mean? And it has meaning, and a lot of those people like you can't even put into words like how appreciative they are.
I also got to do one of my best friends, she's like my big sister, her dad, like he's doing good now, but at the time he was having some medical problems and stuff, and so I came and did like photos of her and her dad and mom with them together, just because we don't like know how much time is left. And then recently I went and did her dog, who was like 5. He has like tumors and cancer, and she had like done all these surgeries, but it didn't help. So I went and did photos with that too, and that always like gets you in your feels, man. I was like, but I enjoy that kind of stuff because I work it, and like, but it is sad, and also it takes a toll on you sometimes. I'm like,
for sure.
You're leaving.
I can't see my camera.
I couldn't make a living do it. There's no way. I'm glad that you do that for people, but man.
I think about people who work in hospice, like they deal with that. The people
who work in hospice, I always love talking to. It's like they appreciate death, like because they see it for what it is, and they see all the little nuances that go into like like a lot of times like people see their family and like we'll have conversations with them when they're like and they like make certain noises right before they're about to go. Like they know all the subtle nuances. I follow a lady on TikTok who talks about it, and then there's a podcast I listened to where. A lady was, I think it was originally like a true crime podcast, because they tried to charge her with like murder, but she was an assisted suicide. She was like a suicide assistant. So like people who knew that they are like either like gonna die from cancer but would just rather do it on their own terms, or like all these things. Basically she would come to your house and just be there with you when you died, and she wouldn't touch you or do anything. She would just be there with you when you did it yourself. And so that happened with a patient one time, and they tried to the family tried to sue her and like charge her with like murder charges and all this stuff. But I was like, that kind of stuff is crazy.
They must have not known that was going to even happen. Because if you would have known, like, hey, this person's having a assisted suicide, then I feel like the family would be like, wouldn't try to.
That's why I don't.
I mean, my first time pouring.
That's why I don't want a wine bar.
It's okay.
Well, you just failed your job interview.
Oopsies. Oh. Anyway, what were we talking about before I spilled all this wine everywhere? Hospice. No, that's.
But no, there's like shooting for that kind of stuff. I always joked with my dad because I always had the worst fucking school pictures, or like the pictures where they would take me to JCPenney's. But I was by myself, so they were just like awful. Like there's a couple times when my dad was a single dad, and he tried to he didn't understand curly hair, and so he tried to brush my hair with a round brush and got it just like twirled it up in there and thought he could just pull it, and then just got the whole round brush stuck. So they had to cut all of my hair off till it was like this short, and like I have curly hair, so then it became like this short. So I just have like a triangle, and I'm in this like red satin button up with this big chubby face and this little short curly hair.
We need this picture.
We're gonna need to see these photos.
I don't even know where that one went.
No, we'll find
you do.
No, I know that one. I don't know where it went. I'm glad for it. But I do have other ones. It's like
we can buy
I have the traditional '90s one one with the paint bucket spilled where you're standing on the ladder.
Yep.
That one.
Yeah.
I was like, there's another one where I was like little. Cody made it his background screen for the longest time, but it's me in like a cowboy vest with like a cowboy hat on, and I was like riding a pony, but it's like zoomed in so you don't see the pony. It's just me in a cowboy hat and vest. And then there's Buddha Baby, where my mom put me in this like big red like velvet dress, and I was like wee bitty chubby baby and like a big black velvet bow on my head, and I'm just like propped up like this.
Buddha Baby.
Buddha Baby is what they called it. Yeah.
Buddha Baby.
I love that. Well, speaking of all your photography ins and outs, so of course, if you follow us, you need to go follow Caitlyn on Instagram.
I have multiple.
So. At least 3.
Katie's Captures.
Yeah,
right?
Katie's
on
Captures.
Mm-hmm. So make sure to go follow her, and they can also book you on your LinkTree, right?
Yeah. So, well, my website has the links to like inquire about bookings. My LinkTree has all of my other social medias attached to it. So if you go to Katie's Captures into my LinkTree, it'll also link to my makeup and my art page, which I'm starting to do more like art prints that I'm going to start selling soon too. So I have a couple of the Tipper posters that I've done, and then I did a bug series for a while. So
Bug is in like insects?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I
just want to
did.
make sure that wasn't like a DJ, like BUGG.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
no.
like, what do you think it is?
No, yeah, it was a bug series. So like I did like each art was like around a different insect, but then it's very like trippy kind of artwork. I did a bunch of them. Dana was like, I want all of these for my house. And I was like, I can make that happen.
She's been doing like epoxy with like
she's been
bugs. She's been like
playing around
finding
with
bugs and
epoxy
like
stuff.
putting
Yeah,
them in,
dude,
like-
I collect a lot of dead bugs. Like, we just add them to the windowsill because, like, eventually I'm going to figure out something to do with them. But we went to Chattanooga recently, and they had a Gothic market, and there was, like, 5 or 6 different vendors that did all kinds of bug art, and I was like, I'm in heaven right now. So I got this, like, glass piece, and it's got, like, sticks and moss and stuff, and then it's got this big rhinoceros beetle and, like, this little yellow moth at the top of it.
Interesting.
But yeah, I love bugs, dude. This is gonna be my bug tattoo leg. I've decided. I got 2 moths right now going, and then Natalie's gonna do all the other bug pieces that she's had, and we're gonna tie them in with like a trippy, like wavy psychedelic pattern, like melty kind of stuff, kind of like this.
Yeah.
I was testing it out with Hagwa, but
Yeah, I was gonna ask, was that
no. So this is Hagwa. It is like henna, but it dyes tattoo colored. But it doesn't dry down like henna, so the only problem is that you have to like do it when you're gonna be awake for like 4 to 6 hours. I decided to do mine at like 2:30 in the morning, and then wrapped it in Saran wrap. And as soon as I hit the Saran wrap, it just kind of like smeared.
Okay,
so
that
it's kind of
explains.
marble affected, but like it works. But it lasts like 2 to 4 weeks depending on how well your skin takes to it. But it's fun to mess around with if you want to try out tattoos before you
2
get
to
real
4
ones.
weeks.
because henna goes on like brown.
And it goes on
right?
like
Yeah.
brownish green, and then stains like red to light brown depending on your skin type, but and depending on how strong your henna is. But like I did henna, like my dad, like we worked at the Renaissance Festival growing up, so I worked the henna booth a lot as like a kid. I was always the like hostess that would sign people up for their henna tattoos.
Interesting.
Yeah, I lived a very interesting life.
I was gonna say that's a lot. There's a lot going on there.
That's what happens when your dad is a baby raising a baby. You just do all the shit he wants to do.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
that works out. My kids are going with that same thing. So.
I don't know how old your
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're gonna come to festivals and shit.
That's right.
I was like, I can't wait to take Cody's like nephew to festivals and stuff, because he's like, like his sister and stuff. They all like do the ranch stuff, so they're like cattles, and he loves animals and stuff. But I'm like, no, we need to like round him out a bit.
You need to see
Yeah,
some
you
other
gotta
stuff.
you gotta at least dip them in that universe so they know it exists. You know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
whether they take to it or not is fine, but they need to know that it's out there.
I think
you
you
know
would
what I
love
mean.
it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, until you go to something like that, you have no idea. When I first went to Bonner, I'd heard of Woodstock, but I didn't really
No.
I'd really never understood it. So I imagine going and like, we're taking tents, we're gonna camp, and there's gonna be a stage,
Yeah.
and a stage right there. No, you're in a whole other city of just tents, and you're gonna walk through all the stuff to get there. there's way more people than you imagine. There's like,
I pictured it more like Burning Man. Like, I didn't expect it to be like all the vendors and stuff. Like, I thought it was just like you're going to go out there and survive. For 4
Yeah,
days.
no,
Music in
Burning
the
Man's a
Middle
whole
was
different
my
thing.
first
And there's a lot of
festival.
backlash going on with Burning Man right now.
yeah.
A ton.
Somebody
There's
died.
Somebody died. A child was born.
Oh shit!
A OBGYN in his underwear delivered a baby in a trailer. The lady didn't even know she was pregnant. Yeah.
Wait, time out.
It happens.
Okay, obviously somebody dying is not good.
Yeah.
But don't people die in Burning Man every year?
No, there's only been 2 that I know
But
of.
it's honestly...
real?
This one's a
This
murder.
man was dead
Oh,
in a
this
puddle of blood.
Yeah, he was murdered.
Yeah,
at
so
Burning
other
Man.
guy ran into a fire at the very end.
Yeah, difference of dying at Burning Man rather than being murdered.
Because I was
at
going to say,
Burning
like...
Man. But, like, it's 100,000 people out there, and the environmental scientists have been saying for years, like, people should not be out there. The sand in the playa is really, really acidic. So, like, if you have any type of electrical equipment, your skin out there, it'll cause, like, burns on your skin. That's why everybody
Still wanna
wears, like,
go.
hella face masks and stuff. But they like a ton of stuff happened this year. I don't know if Burning Man will happen again. I think this could be its last year.
Yeah, but the burning following has such
Well,
a...
there's
There's a
smaller
lot of
ones.
small.
There'll be
I
plenty
go to
of
small
burns,
burns. Like we're gonna try to do like some like flow festivals and burns this next year because we're like.
I went to the one in Georgia, the fire
Flame. Sarah goes
I
to
might
Flame
go
every
film
year.
for
She
that
loves
one.
it. Kinetic is really good too.
I'm gonna do that.
But yeah, so burns are cool. I think just like that one's gotten so big, it's just too much. And in the area that it's in is just not like obviously there is like huge windstorms and sand.
Black Rock.
Like yeah.
It's the desert. Nothing's nice about the desert.
Yeah. Exactly.
100.
So
Well, should we switch over to our Patreon?
yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
Peace
Well,
out,
before we
boys.
get out of
Subscribers.
here, we got to remind you, if you haven't already bought your tickets for Goddess Awakening, that's coming up in like 6 weeks. So make
Coming
sure
in
to
quick.
cut those
Get on
tickets. Make sure to go follow Caitlyn on Instagram.
We'll post all the socials.
Yep. And also like and subscribe to all of our socials. And we're going to get into some shenanigans here on the Patreon.
Hell yeah, we are.
If you're not
Caitlyn-
subscribed, now's a really good time
You're not gonna
to
get to
do
see
it.
what's gonna happen.
Caitlin's going to dibble dabble in some of this makeup here, and we're going to see what happens. So, yeah, if you're not subscribed to the Patreon, then I can't help you out. So,
Yeah.
make sure to
Get on it.
subscribe to the
I
Patreon.
brought a wig and everything.
I was
For
gonna
the
bring it. I
bonus
almost brought
content.
one.
You
I almost
should've.
brought one from Eric's.
I was like, who am I doing makeup on? I need to know for skin color type.
All right, so if you want to see that, go over to the Patreon.
And our next
We'll
guest
go
will be
with Phil.
Brianna.
Yeah, for everyone else, has
He
been
was
episode
asking
one.
what his drag name is earlier.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
It's just
Do you like
usually-
Brianna?
I think it's Vanilla Spice, but that's what you
Vanilla
figure out on the Patreon.
That's your stripper name.
This has been episode 129.
No, your stripper name is your first dog's name and the first street you lived on.
Yeah.
Mine
No, so I thought that was your
sucks.
porn star name.
No, that's your shit
I don't have a
name.
good one for that because I lived on like
Aren't
a
they
country road.
synonymous?
What's
I
the
guess
country?
so.
Like K659.
What was yours?
I don't know. You'll have to find out on
Mine
the
is
Patreon.
Trisha Northampton, so
Mine is Rocky Belmont.
that's a good one. That sounds more like
Stimpy
a male
106th
stripper
Street.
name.
Mine would be Gage 2550 North Road.
Not the full address.
But hey, find out the rest on our Patreon. This has been episode 129 of
Millennialistic.
I'd like to begin with a fact.